Hey guys, what's up? It's Tommy on the spot. Thanks so much for checking out my channel here on Watchalong Wrestling. Wanted to give you kind of a quick editor's note, so to speak. The video you're about to watch was filmed on Wednesday, March 30th. It was the day before we were supposed to go to Wrestlemania. In the video, I do start to talk a little bit about this, and at the end of my vlogs, when I do come back and do my Wrestlemania trip rundown video, I'll get into it in a little more detail. However, pretty much what had occurred was I got a little sick here going into WrestleMania, so much so that I wasn't sure we would even be able to do any sort of trip at all. We almost had to cancel the trip, we had to push it back. It was rough. I'm totally fine now. It was pretty much just a non-COVID virus that I was battling. Again, I'll get into it towards the end. I do talk a little bit about it here in the video. I wasn't sure I was even going to post this video, but I do think it's a fun little hype piece to get you set for the vlogs. We did do vlogs here during our WrestleMania 38 trip. It's a lot of really fun stuff. I think you guys will get a kick out of them. Obviously, I usually post all that stuff during the trip, but because of the idea that we were both under the weather and then we were finally just so happy to be able to go on the trip, we sort of just both enjoyed each other's company, and thus, a week later, we will be posting those vlogs. So they're coming, but for now, enjoy this cool little hype piece video, which is me pretty much previewing the trip. Again, I appreciate your support. Love y'all. What's going on out there, guys? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Watchalong Wrestling. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe. It is currently very, very, very early in the morning, like 2 a.m. early in the morning on Thursday, March 31st. Wanted to touch base with you. We are currently in the process of getting ready to go to WrestleMania 38. Rah! Let's go. We're excited. We're pumped up. I had actually done this video about a week or two ago, and I think in the meantime, when I did that video, I was under the weather, and I was trying my best to still get amped up for the event, but what I didn't realize was I was going to be kind of in a big recovery road, so I was unable to kind of get things going, and the videos just was not very good. So and then I started to wonder if we were even going to be able to do the trip. So it was rough. It was definitely some dire straits, but we are doing it. We are going to WrestleMania. I'm not even sure when I'm going to post this video or if I'm going to post this video, but this video is going to be a trip rundown of what we have planned for the week, and I'm really excited for it. It's great that we're able to get back, especially, I'll get into the health thing here for a bit. I had noticed I was under the weather, say about 2 weeks ago. I started dealing with a cough, and it was rough, and it kind of lingered, and I'm usually, unfortunately, the type of person that, like, hey, I'm under the weather, no big deal, push through, suffer through, let's go, and deal with it. But this one was just, it was debilitating. Like, it was really rough. And of course, you go to the doctors now these days, everyone thinks you got COVID. They do the COVID test, and then when they do the COVID test and it comes back negative, it's just like, hey, at the end of the day, you're fine. So it's like, but I'm not fine. I'm still suffering here. Figure out what the heck is wrong with me. So this has lingered here for about a week or two. Unfortunately, I got the whole damn family sick. So we were actually supposed to go to Dallas today, well, actually, I guess yesterday, Wednesday, March 30th, and have 5 days there. We're going to go Wednesday through Monday night, and then come back on Monday night and then go to work the next day. But it was not to be. We were both still under the weather, and really considering just kind of losing out on the trip. Now, one thing that is kind of cool, and if you guys are the type of people that go onto Expedia or Priceline or Orbitz, what have you, and try to just get the cheapest flights out there. I used to be that guy. I used to do it all the time. Go on there, get the cheapest flights, travel out. You know, as I've gotten older here and gotten into a point in my life where I don't have to do the crossover flights or the layover flights, I do try to do a direct flight, but the cheapest option. And those are great to save money, but you have very little flexibility there. So now I do book directly through the airline itself. I am a JetBlue Rewards member, and so I always go through JetBlue. So literally about 5 minutes ago, I got off the phone with them because what I ended up doing was changing our flight. Our flight was supposed to, we had actually had the flight on Wednesday. We rebooked it for Thursday morning, 5:30 a.m. And as we were packing, it was just, we were dragging ass, man. So we ended up just moving our flight back. We're actually taking an afternoon flight tomorrow, and it's pretty great. I think that a lot of times we get to the city after kind of that red-eye type flight or first thing in the morning flight, and whenever we land, we're pretty darn tired. We suffer through for a few hours. We try to get ourselves amped up. We're excited. We get the kind of the little bit of adrenaline rush, so to speak, from being in that city. for the couple of hours, but then by the time we check into the hotel around 3 or 4 o'clock, we were just wiped, and we take like a huge long nap, and that just, we're done after that pretty much the whole night. Once in a while, we'll get back up, go have dinner or something, but for the most part, it is really tough. So instead, we're going to take I think we have a 2 o'clock flight in the afternoon, so we'll be able to leave here around noon. When I finish this video, I'll go to sleep for a few hours, so it'll be nice to actually get a couple hours of sleep. We're typically big packers through the night before we leave, and that's just not very much fun. So who knows, maybe this will be a whole new wave for us and a new tradition. But let's get into WrestleMania 38. I'm very excited about this. This is my first WrestleMania trip since 2017, WrestleMania 33. Now, obviously, I did go to WrestleMania 35. If you guys want, shoot through the archives. You can see my entire vlog. Kind of when I first got the start here on Watchalong Wrestling in terms of vlogging. I did a big vlog for the entire week that we had for WrestleMania 35. But that was here in New York City, so I didn't travel for it. I mean, we still had a lot of fun, but there's nothing like that traveling to a different destination for WrestleMania. And for us, we do things differently than a lot of people. A lot of people I know go to WrestleMania, and it's like that is their game. They're going to go to the Hall of Fame on Friday night. They're going to go to NXT Saturday morning. They're going to do WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. They're going to go through Joey Janela's Spring Break. They're going to go to Ring of Honor Supercard. They're going to spend the entire weekend at WrestleCon meeting all the wrestlers. And that's not really how we do our WrestleMania trips. No shade whatsoever on the folks that do it that way. But because I do go with my wife, who's more of a casual WWE fan, and it's also her birthday weekend, we typically make our trips around her birthday, and we throw in some WWE stuff. We do WrestleMania. We used to do WrestleMania and like one other wrestling show. Because WrestleMania is 2 nights, and I barely was able to even convince on a second night, and I'll get to that in a second. It's already so much. So I think the only other thing we'll probably do is a trip to the Superstore. We'll do Superstore Access, whatever that is. Access is typically something we both really love and enjoy. We went there twice in 2019. We got a big kick out of Access, but it seems like Access this year is a little strange, a little different. So I don't think we're going to be doing too much in terms of Access. But we're going to do the Superstore deal. We always like to go there. It's a good little hype piece, gets us ready for it. My wife always tells me, all right, I'm good. I'm ready for this now after we go to the store. So I think once we go to the store, we get our merch, we get everything that we need for WrestleMania proper. We'll be ready to go for this. So let me get into what is on tap for the entire week. So we're arriving on Thursday, and probably what we tried to do, as we've traveled a lot more, my wife and I have been together since 2012, so on our 10-year anniversary. But when we first started going to different cities, we would hit the city and then just kind of, hey, let's figure it out as we go along. Oh, look, there's the Revolution Tower. Let's do that. Oh, there's the JFK Museum. Let's do that. And so that's when we went in 2016. Those were the kind of travelers we were. We did a variety of different things that like most tourists would do. And I mean, who can blame us? We're going to Dallas for the first time. So we didn't really know. And actually, if we went back, we were talking about all of our old WrestleMania trips. Dallas, we don't remember too much. We went to do the JFK Museum, which is great. We're not going to do it this time because we've already done it. We're not trying to repeat anything. Sorry, told you guys, a little under the weather. We're not trying to repeat anything that we had done initially during our first trip in 2016. So what we are doing instead this time are things that we've researched. We've gone through some YouTube vloggers. We've gone through people who have done trips and made suggestions and done a little research as to what we're going to do. And everything that we did the first time we're not going to do. So no JFK Museum. Revolution Tower was a lot of fun. I remember being on the Revolution Tower tour with the cousin of Michael Hayes, who said she had gone to the Hall of Fame the night before, right before Mania. So that was a really fun deal. The first time we went down there in Dallas, but this time an incredibly different time. So we're going to go down there now tomorrow, or I guess later on today. And I think we're arriving probably around 5 or 6. So we'll still get to the city pretty early. Always got to try to hit up In-N-Out Burger. It's our favorite place in the world, and we don't have one here in New York. So usually when we hit the West Coast or any option that's out there, we always try to go to In-N-Out Burger. I know people have, my buddy Steve and a couple other people have said, I've got to try Whataburger. Maybe we will. I don't know. We're pretty loyal to the In-N-Out Burger, though. So we should try it. That makes sense. But I think we've got like one fast foodie burger in us, and so I think it'll probably be In-N-Out Burger. But who knows? Maybe we'll also hit up Whataburger at some point. So that'll be Thursday. I think that evening, again, it's my wife's birthday on Saturday. So that evening, I think our plan is going to be to hit up Rivers Cowboy Honky Tonk. This is a really fun honky tonk that's right down in downtown Dallas. We've gone the first time. This is the one repeat we're doing. We just had so much fun there. I think that It was a blast. It was just really cool to see. And I think that that was kind of the most authentic Texas experience that we had, was at that honky tonk. There were legitimate cowboys there who were getting into fights with each other, and I was doing my best to kind of separate everyone. My wife was going to kill me for even getting involved. But I think that that was a lot of fun, and I'd love to return there. So that's our plan for Thursday night. We are staying at a Holiday Inn that's about 15-20 minutes off site, and it's actually not bad. It was very affordable. Holiday Inns are always really well done, well run hotels, so to speak. You've got the pool there, you've got the fitness center. We also have complimentary breakfast each day, which really goes a long way. They usually have a good little continental breakfast, so we're really stoked for that. We're ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's where we're going. So figure we hit the hotel, hit that breakfast the next day, and then I think we will hit the Superstore. I think Friday we want to get something WWE into our system here before things start going for Wrestlemania. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. Drive into Dallas, see all the little awnings, the signs there of different pieces that are heading there. Usually some of the premier stars are there, so I'm sure they'll have something for Stone Cold, for Roman, the Usos probably. So all the big stars, Charlotte, Becky, Ronda, Sasha probably. So they'll probably have Bianca Belair for sure. So they'll have all those signs. We want to go there. We want to check those things out. And then I know there is a big kind of a mural as well. I think it's near the Superstore. We want to hit that. That's what the Roman and Brock thing. It's like a local artist did their best to do this big mural. So we want to go down, check that out. I think that's at a place called Action Zone, which isn't too far from the Superstore. So either we'll hit that Thursday or after Access. But regardless, it'll be cool to go down, see a couple of the different pieces there, and again, get everything all hyped for WrestleMania. And then go and check out the Superstore. It's in the same place that Access was in 2016, so we know exactly where to park. You can get good street parking for just a couple bucks, and be able to then go right by where the bulls are and go see the running of the bulls that are the statues of these bulls that were from back in the day. So we're going to go do that. That's going to be fun. Then we'll get our merch. We'll get our shirts for the event and be ready to go there. So that's Thursday. Because my wife's birthday is on Saturday, and we have WrestleMania on Saturday, I wanted to make sure Friday was kind of her big special day. So I know she wants to go see the big the big eyeball. So we're gonna go check out the giant eyeball. Then that night I booked us a really nice rooftop up called Waterproof. And so this is a beautiful rooftop. It's a pool bar rooftop type deal where we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna have some drinks, we're gonna have some dinner. Got us a little reservation there, so that should be very nice and really kind of a chic looking place. Seems like people really dig it. So that'll be Friday night. Saturday we were very close to not going to the first night of WrestleMania. I think as the card continued to build, I think probably the tipping point for us was all right, the Rollins deal, right? I mean, Seth Rollins going one-on-one with a mystery person. If that mystery person ended up being Cody Rhodes or ends up being Cody Rhodes, I don't think I'd to be there for that moment would be awesome. And I think that, and if this Kevin Owens show deal does become a match with Stone Cold and I don't go, I'd just really be kicking myself. My wife also is a huge fan of Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Ronda, and Charlotte, so she just want to see those two matches, and just loves the women's division, eats everything up that they do for that. So it's a solid card. They've really done a good job on Saturday of getting everything involved there, and I do think it'll end up being pretty good. We do actually like the Paul brothers too. So I think seeing Logan Paul do his thing with The Miz against the Mysterios will also be fun. So I think Saturday is going to be a low-key really good night of wrestling. And then Sundays, obviously, you've got to go for Roman and Brock. So we're going to go to both nights of Mania. So Saturday, first day, is going to be that whole deal there. I think we're going to have a lot of fun there. I want to say probably during the day, we want to have that authentic Texas experience. So we're going down to the Fort Worth Stockyards. That's going to be awesome. They have the biggest honky tonk there called Billy Bob's. We're going to go check that out there. I did hear Stone Cold Steve Austin is making another beer for the Broken Skull. I guess it's Broken Skull beer or IPA or something. And I'm hoping they have some of that there at Billy Bob's and we'd be able to try that out, or maybe even at Rivers the night before. So that'll be that day. We're going to go down there. We're going to see the running of the bulls. I know they have a lot of fun stuff there. They've got photo ops with the Texas flag, photo ops, and you can actually get on a Longhorn bull. So I want to do that. Maybe I'll pick up a cowboy hat while I'm there. It just looks like it's going to just be a great time and be there for the whole day. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm ready for that. That's going to be great. And then Saturday night, we'll go to the first night of WrestleMania. So, we always park off-site. We try to save a little cash there, especially paying for 2 nights of WrestleMania. It's not like the tickets are any cheaper because it's only half of the show you're going to. So instead now it's a double cost. So we'll try to cut out some of the costs there, get to WrestleMania a little early, maybe knock back a couple of bevies and get hyped. Outside of the event, people are always really excited to be there. So we'll try to go in, maybe listen to some tunes, listen to some WWE themes, and get ourselves amped up and ready to go for that. So it's the granddaddy of them all. You've got to get excited. And I did hear that now the Cowboy Stadium does have a little hype area that you can go to beforehand, have a couple drinks. It's like a little tailgate within the actual AT&T Stadium. So maybe we'll do that as well. That sounds like a fun experience. Sunday, we don't have anything on our itinerary intentionally until it comes down to Sunday night. The reason for that is I'm sure we're going to be dead tired at the end of Saturday. I don't know how late the show's going to go. If the show doesn't end until midnight, though, we're going to be wiped. And I know that. We're still recovering from whatever this virus thing that we have going on is. So Sunday, I think we'll probably actually try to sleep in a little bit. This is also our first trip we're going on without our daughter throughout her whole life. She's now 2, so first time mommy and daddy, so to speak, have a little time to catch up on some Z's. So I'm thinking that might be our idea for Sunday. Then want to get a good meal before WrestleMania. I love that. I think getting a good meal, getting ready, and getting hyped is the way to go there. So we are going to do both nights of Mania. I'm also recognizing that that's going to be a major commitment from my wife here to go to 2 nights of WrestleMania. So I want to make sure she's good, she's in a good headspace, and is ready to be amped and hyped throughout the entire show. Monday, I do think we want to try to hit up the Dallas Zoo. My sister just went to the Dallas Zoo and said it was great. She got to feed the giraffes and really recommended it. We're big zoo fans, so I think we recently, as you remember, back in October I told you guys that we went, or back in November rather, I told you guys we went to Seattle. We went to the zoo in Seattle, and I think we were really into that. We just hit up the San Diego Zoo, which was incredible. So I think we're going to definitely try to hit up the Dallas Zoo on Monday. There's also a Bishop Arts Center, where if we can go there and get some food. There's a place called Besos Papi over there with a big sign that looks really cool. So I'd love to go and check that out. So hopefully we'll be able to do those things before we do leave. We have like an afternoon flight. I think our flight's around 3 o'clock, so you figure got to get there by like 1-ish. And then we're back in New York City by 8 o'clock on Monday night. So not bad. It's going to be a fun trip. We're making the absolute best of what we can despite the short amount of time on this. We were hoping to get down on Wednesday, and I think our plan was going to be that if we did, we would have done the Alamo in San Antonio for Wednesday, Thursday, and then went to Dallas. So instead, we're cutting out San Antonio. Hopefully we'll be able to do that at some point in the future. But for now, we're going to do 5 days real strong here for Dallas. And obviously we'll bring the vlog along for it. Hopefully this video will see the light of day at some point. I'm not too sure. But make sure you leave the big thumbs up and subscribe. And the vlogs, they'll be coming up here each day now. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love doing this. I love bringing you guys along for this. The entire point of Watchalong Wrestling is so that you can watch along and come along with me on my wrestling trip. So hopefully you dig them. Leave a big thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next video, which will be the first video of the WrestleMania 38 vlog. Enjoy. It's the best time of the year.